It's not my intention to do away with government. It is rather to make it work. Work with us, not over us. To stand by our side, not ride on our back.
Well, that was Ronald Reagan, the 1981 inauguration speech. Now, a couple of months before, that would be October of 1980, Ronald Reagan trailed then-President Jimmy Carter. And the media was attacking Ronald Reagan something rotten. They were calling him dangerous. They called him Ronald Reagan. Remember that? Oh, yeah. Larry Sabato is here now, in the here and now. Is there a parallel between the treatment of Trump and the polls against Trump now and what happened to Ronald Reagan in October of 1980?
Well, not really, Stuart.
No.
I went back to check. Sorry about that. You know me, I'm fact-oriented, and I didn't remember. So I went back to the polls in the last month, the October of 1980. There were 13 major polls by respectable organizations. Ronald Reagan led 9 of the 13 by an average of 3 points. What turned 3 points into his 10-point victory on Election Day? The collapse of the negotiations with the Iranians for the release of the American hostages on the Sunday before the Tuesday election. So actually Reagan was in front. It was Carter that was behind. But you're certainly correct that the media was criticizing Reagan for lots of things in that last month, and that is perhaps what's similar now with Trump.
I distinctly remember, because I was there, and I don't know whether you were there or not, I don't know, but I remember, shall we say, late September, early October. The polls.
Oh, you're first of all, I was there, Stuart. I do remember. But see, now you've changed the playing field. You know, we've gone back a few yards, so I can't go check the numbers again. Shame on you.
All right. I know I'm right, basically. Just go check, Larry. Just go check. Now, wait a second. Donald Trump is now calling himself Mr. Brexit. Do you think there's a parallel between his position now against the establishment, they're all against him, and what happened in Britain with the exit vote, get out of Europe, when the entire establishment was saying stay in? Is there a parallel?
Well, there is some parallel there. I've heard people make it. That part is legitimate. But you know very well that the electorate in Britain couldn't be more different than the electorate in the United States. The Brexit vote consisted of, for example, 94% whites, only 6% people of color. This November in the United States, it will be 30% minority, and that will be 85% at least for Hillary Clinton. So it's a very different electorate.
You know, I'm batting 0 with you, Larry Sabato. I really am. I got to tell you.
You know,
go on.
I was sick and I didn't get a fruit basket from you, Stuart. Maybe that will teach you a lesson.
Maybe. When do the polls really start to mean something? I mean, look, it's mid-August. I understand that the polls are not that important now. There's a long time to go. But say late September, early October, that's when they start to count, isn't it?
Well, I like to say that you want to give the debates a chance. Debates don't always, in fact, they rarely change the election results, but you want to give them a chance to do it because on occasion they have done so. 1960, 1976, they had an impact there. 1980, to reinforce what you were saying about Ronald Reagan and to make you look right. That debate, you know, there was only one debate between Carter and Reagan, and the incredible thing was that President Carter agreed to do it exactly 1 week before Election Day. What a giant mistake. And sure enough, Ronald Reagan wiped the floor with him.
He won by 10 points, didn't he, in the end?
Yeah, yes, 10 points.
Yeah,
10 points. And you are correct on that fact. You have got that fact right, Stuart.
The fruit basket's on its way, son. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you. I hope it's a good one.
Oh, forget it. Larry, your time's up, but it was fun, and we appreciate you being here. We really, really do.